out my little window and holy moly. Look at that, you guys. Good morning, guys. It's Monday. I got up before all of the kids and decided to take a bubble bath. And I'm laying here and the power keeps going out. Eek. It's back off again. I have a feeling this is going to be a long, cold day. My favorite kind. Hey, it's been an hour and the power just came back on. It's time for me to get out of the tub. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of Tammy's Tidbits. I am so excited today because I wanted to talk about something that I haven't really thought about talking about before, but it's unexpected rewards of being thin. Things that I am enjoying that I didn't really expect or think to enjoy because I didn't know they were a thing. Does that make sense? So one that I was thinking about was in my last Tammy's Tidbits video. I will link that for you right there. I showed a little clip of me fitting into theater seats. The cool thing about those theater seats was that just 2 years before, when I sat in those theater seats, it was extremely painful. I felt like I was being stabbed on both sides. It was really, really horrible to have to sit in. I was just like too embarrassed to stand. I really should probably not have sat in those seats because they were so small. And now I'm able to sit in them like super comfortably and like have inches on either side of me. That is awesome. Fitting into spaces I didn't really think about ever fitting into. Being able to tuck my knees up into a chair and just, or sit cross-legged in a chair. Normally, I would never have thought of those as being benefits of having lost weight, but they are some things I really, really enjoy that make me feel really, really thin, even though I'm not all the way to my goal weight at this point. Another one I thought of this morning because I was looking for something cozy to wear. It's super snowy outside. Like it has been pouring snow all day. Like it is just inches upon inches upon inches. And we just received the notification that all dance classes are canceled for tonight. It's a snow day! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We never get a snow day in Utah. I don't know about public schools, but they're all off. Well, public schools might have gotten closed, but they're all already off for Martin Luther King Day. So bonus, everyone's home and everyone is just relaxing and we're all being all cozy. And so I was looking for a cozy top to wear with my size medium pajama bottoms to hang out in. And I couldn't find anything that I thought was cute or that matched. And I ran across this top and it is from last year's Christmas recital from when I was, it was my clogging costume for last year's Christmas recital. It is a juniors XL 15 to 17 or 17 to 19, I think. 17 to 19, I think is what it is. No, that's XXL. It's 15 to 17. It is. And I put it on and it's like, you can see, it's like a gigantic bag. I have a t-shirt on underneath. This is my like a boss t-shirt, which used to be really super tight and is now fitting super comfortably. But I have it on over the top, just like this cozy little sweatshirty, I don't know. But my thing that I wanted to talk about was that I never expected my skinny clothes to become my chubby clothes. I never expected my skinny clothes to become my cozy wear when I don't think anyone cares what I look like and I just want to snuggle up clothes. So like last year, these were my skinny clothes. And this year they're giant bags and I can just wear them like in my cozy pajama, snuggle up in front of the fire kind of outfit. And that is an unexpected thing. When I began this journey, I never even thought I would fit into one of these, let alone be small enough for these to be my big clothes. It's like a dream come true. So those are some fun things that I'm enjoying. being thinner, now you know I'm in my 180s still and I still have a ways to go, but I feel extremely thin because of these things. And these are things that help me with body dysmorphia and help me to be able to look in the mirror and see myself as thin instead of thinking I still have so far to go. And they're the things that remind me how far I've come when I start to get discouraged. So there's a little tidbit for you today. I am now going to go downstairs and hang out with my family. We're going to make another cooking video. Me and Dave are about to go make another cooking video, and I'm going to wear my cozies in the video. And I just thought I'd throw that in here for you guys. Yeah. Hey everyone, it's Wednesday. I woke up this morning feeling really blah, not necessarily depressed, but just super tired and exhausted. I guess last night I went to bed pretty late, I guess. It was after midnight, and I planned to sleep in today because it was Wednesday and I don't have to drive Ronnie to school in the morning. But I woke up to a text that bothered me this morning. I don't want to really go into it. It's nothing important or anything, but I couldn't go back to sleep and I woke up pretty early, so I only got about 6 hours of sleep and I've been dragging all morning. I have no desire whatsoever to do anything today, and yet you see I am sitting in my vehicle. On days like today, what I really would love to be able to do is just like lay in my bed and just relax and watch TV and rest. I never get to do that anymore. I used to do that a lot when my older kids were little. Whenever I would get overwhelmed, I would just take the day off and relax. But now I have so many kids and so many things going on, and with the channels and everything, I really can't take much breaks when I need to, which is kind of frustrating. I was actually not even going to vlog today at all. But here I am in the car because we actually got some fan mail over at our post office box. So I'm going to go pick it up and do a little vlog with the kids. Now that I'm out and going, now that I'm dressed, I have eaten, I have taken another dose of Sole water. I'm feeling a lot better, a lot more awake. I really was dreading going ballet class. I don't know if I'm going to make myself do it. We'll see how I feel in the afternoon when it's time to go to dance. But right now, I've basically been homeschooling from bed and just bossing people around without even getting dressed all morning. So it's been a day. But you know, sometimes that happens. My kids know that if I'm not getting out of bed, that doesn't mean they don't get to do what they're supposed to do. So anyway, I'm going to head over to the post office and see what mail awaits us, and going to ship off this letter finally to Barbara Gray. Sorry, Barbara, that it took me so long. It's a lot fatter than I expected printing out the pin post. I'm hoping that it will make it to you okay. But yeah, I'm going to get that in the mail today, and we'll see if I show up to ballet class or not. Be impressed if you see the next clip is my ballet class. Be impressed, because I really don't want to go today. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? It's Friday and I just finished up a 2-hour bath. I'm getting ready to blow dry my hair. I just wanted to fill you guys in that I have decided that Friday mornings are my me time. The kids have to go do their homeschool on their own and then check in with me, and I get to have time to myself to watch YouTube and take a nice bath, just relax, put lotion on, do face mask, wax my face, whatever else I need to do for the day to take care of myself that I normally kind of put off. I save that for Friday morning. And now that I don't have to drive the kids to ballet on Friday evenings because Oliver takes them, that leaves my evenings free for getting my editing done and getting things done around the house that I normally don't ever have a chance to do. You got to know your life is extremely busy when housework feels like a luxury that you never get to do. I mean, that is really where it's at. The only housework that gets done around here is done by the children, and as you can see by the state of my house, it isn't very awesome, but it works for us and we make it happen the best we can. But yeah, I'm starting to look forward to having Fridays be me days. I am gonna check in with you guys a little later because I've been asked by Melanie Deerdorf to talk about the difference between the last time I lost 100 pounds and this time, what I've changed, how this time is going to be like the last time, what went wrong last time, and that kind of thing. So I just wanted to remind myself that I'm going to talk about that later because Melanie wanted me to talk about that. But right now I need to go check in with my kids, and I'll see you guys again soon. All right, you guys, I promised I'd be back to talk to you, and it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. This day has gone really, really crazy. I am still in my PJs. I actually went to Maverick to get myself a soda in my PJs and fed the chickens in my PJs. So, that's the day I'm having. But I wanted to sit and talk to you guys a little bit about what's different this time with regards to weight loss and why I'm going to be successful keeping the weight off this time. So 7 years ago, I actually lost 110 pounds. So did Dave. We actually both got down to the same weight, 225 pounds. It started out that I was trying to get my milk supply back because I had lost it and someone had said something about maybe it would be caused by candida. And so I was trying to like a candida cleanse diet, which ironically is really similar to the diet that I now do. It's really similar to Atkins and to moderate fat keto. And I did not get my milk back, but I did lose a lot of weight really quickly. And so I lost like 50 pounds, and Dave, he just does the same thing as me. Whatever I'm eating, he tries to eat too. And it kind of like works out that we end up losing weight together or gaining weight together, which can be a lot of pressure on me because it's basically what I choose to do is what he chooses to do. So if I want to keep him healthy, I have to be healthy. So anyway, I lost 50 pounds doing that. And then in the summer, I actually got together with a weight loss coach who sold a very expensive shake. So I started on this shake. It was called Your Weight is Over, and the company was WIOYO. It wasn't an MLM marketed thing, and the only way you could get a discount on it is if you like brought friends into the program, and you get like a discount if they were continuing customers. It was $97 a pop. We did a lot of it in trade. So I did a lot of photography for them and that kind of thing. And the coaching was basically free. And he was a really phenomenal coach. I got to give him props for that. He really did a lot of emotional healing with me. And as I lost the weight, like I got a lot of confidence and stuff like that. And so I used to go and like go to his groups and speak to the other ladies and stuff. It was really great situation. We got down to 225 pounds. I think I was wearing a size 16. I hadn't quite gotten to a 14 and I was feeling very thin. But Dave and I had decided that even though we were currently living with his mom, trying to buy our current home, we were in the middle of homes, we decided that we really wanted to have a spring baby. And if we were going to do it, we needed to get it started, even though we weren't even in our new home yet. My coach ended up moving that summer to back east where I no longer could have access to him. I ended up not being able to afford the shakes without him, and without him, it just wasn't worth it. And so I thought, well, I'll find another shake company, or I'm like, I've lost all this weight. I could probably just go to doing green smoothies and all that. The problem with the whole situation was that I never got taught anything about ketosis. I had no idea that that's what was working. So that is the main difference between then and now, is that now I understand the science of how I lost the weight. Whereas before, I really thought it was just because I was eating lower calorie and I was eating shakes. So fast forward, I ended up getting pregnant and miscarrying, got pregnant again. And during my pregnancy, I was really good. I didn't eat any sugar. So no like sodas or candies, but I did add green smoothies into my life, and that was the beginning of the downfall. Of course, being pregnant, I wasn't worrying about losing weight, and I was just trying to stay as healthy as I could. So I didn't eat any sugar in that pregnancy. In fact, the only sugar I ate was when they made me drink the glucose drink, and after the glucose drink, I couldn't leave the place because my blood sugar went so low. It had the opposite effect. I ended up being 53. So it's a dang good thing that I sat in the car and didn't leave for half an hour, made sure I didn't feel dizzy because I was 53 blood sugar. I could have seriously hurt myself if I had driven home. That was crazy reaction to sugar. So I had been off sugar at that point for about 2 years. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to keep on going and not have sugar at least. So I went through my whole pregnancy sugar-free. I was pretty proud of myself, but carbs kept coming back in. I started eating breads. I started eating corn chips. I started eating popcorn. Popcorn was the worst. We ate a lot of popcorn. And I had my baby. Everything seemed okay. I lost some of the weight. I didn't get that big. And I joined a clogging class. And I was 240 pounds when I performed on stage, feeling very, very small. I got to 240 from 273, which is what I was after I had her, to using shakes. But the shakes I chose to use were an MLM company, and I felt constantly pressured to sell, and I didn't have a lot of success with it, and I didn't know why. And I was only eating a 600-calorie meal a day plus 2 or 3 shakes. It was really expensive, and it was just not doable. I was angry all the time. I was really grumpy. And then every 2 weeks, you had to go on a cleanse. I laugh now because when I look at the description and the ingredients for the fruit cleanse stuff that I was forced to do every 2 weeks, it was basically fruit sugar. So I was basically starving myself and eating glycogen at the same time. So it was a bad combination. I was freaking angry at everyone. Everyone dreaded when it was time for me to do the cleanse part. And the cleanse part was the only time I ever lost any weight. It's isogenics. I don't recommend it. I don't support MLMs anymore. So yeah, went on with that, got down to 240 pounds. Then that summer, I just kind of got tired of trying and not succeeding. And so I stopped going to the meetings. I stopped trying to sell it. Started thinking about other things, trying other things. I don't know. And of course, the sugar crept back in. Sugar crept back in and I started gaining weight. And I gained a lot of weight. By the following summer, I was pretty close to 300 pounds again. It had just kept piling on, which of course made my depression significantly worse. And we had been talking about having a 9th baby, and it just wouldn't leave us alone. And even though I felt worse than ever, I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I better do it now before I get too old, before I get too big, better get it over with. So that summer we got pregnant and I miscarried at 8 weeks, and it was devastating. And I reacted by binge eating carbohydrates. So I basically went from, I don't even know what weight I was. I went from like 280 or 290 up to 310, 315, and then decided I would get pregnant. So 6 months later, we decided we would just go for it. I got pregnant with Jasper. During his pregnancy, I gained up to 373. So I was 373 the day I gave birth. It was not an easy pregnancy. It was really, really miserable. My blood pressure was through the roof. I ended up having to be induced 3 weeks early because of my blood pressure. Thankfully, he was fine, but my body did not react well to it. I ended up getting horribly swollen like a giant marshmallow man from Ghostbusters. I wish someone had taken a freaking picture of me because I was huge. I do have a picture. Maybe if I can find it, I will insert it here. Scary how big I look, and I had already lost a lot of the water weight at that point, but I was still extremely swollen. You can just see that's probably the biggest picture I actually have of myself, even though I don't know for sure if I was more weight. I think I was probably pretty close to the weight that I got when I started my weight loss journey this time. So I did end up losing some weight after him. Probably a lot of it was water weight that was just really, really swollen. I ended up with pleurisy with that, and I ended up in the hospital on heavy-duty Lasix. I had to leave my newborn baby. It was awful. I could not breathe. I thought I was dying. Super, super scary. So I decided that I needed to do something, but I had a newborn baby. I was trying to nurse, and I had trouble with my milk supply, so I was too worried to try anything, so I just didn't. I didn't take my blood pressure medications because it made breastfeeding harder. My baby hated my guts. He screamed all the time. I felt horribly depressed, and I ate my feelings. So even though after he was born I got down to 315, I ended up packing all of that back on and was 374 by the time he was a year old. When he was a year old, I decided he was old enough that I could wean him down to nursing just a couple of times a day. I didn't need to give him all of the nutrition, so I didn't need to worry about my milk supply, and I was going to do something. I was looking into surgeries. I was in desperation. I was literally on hands and knees begging God to help me to claw out of this horrific prison that I was in. I was so miserable. And of course the baby was probably miserable because I was miserable. Babies, they sense this stuff. So when he was a year old, I decided I was going to go back and do this yeast cleanse diet that had been the catharsis, this beginning of my weight loss from the from the previous attempt. So I started doing this, and a week in, I had lost 9 pounds, and a friend of mine said, "What are you doing?" And I told her I'm doing this crazy fad diet. It's probably really unsafe, but it works for me. And she goes, "Oh, you're doing keto." And it was like the heavens opened and a pillar of light from God came down on me. And I just started crying because I was like, wait, what? If this is a thing, tell me more. Tell me more. So she ended up adding me to the Ketogenic Dieters Facebook group. I learned everything I could. I was already well on my way to starting. I threw on my electrolytes as quickly as possible. I never got keto flu, at least not at that point. And I absorbed everything I could on this subject. And I was overwhelmingly thrilled that I could hear that this was a sustainable way to eat and a healthy way to eat for the rest of my entire life. It was such a blessing. I learned everything I could. I became an expert on the subject. I started helping people on the board. They asked me to be a moderator on the board. And I got on fire about helping other people. Now, if you have missed the whole thing about me getting fired, I still don't understand why. I guess it's because I didn't do things perfectly on here, or I don't know. I supported people who do the high-fat way of keto because they don't support that. There were many theories, but I think really they just didn't like my popularity, and they thought if they dumped me that I would lose all of my cred. But instead, the opposite has happened. This channel has grown from I think it was probably about 3K subscribers at that point, and has grown to almost 10K subscribers in less than a year. It's been almost a year. The biggest difference between that time and this time is knowledge and confidence. Knowledge that I don't have to quit doing this, that it's okay. I don't have to eat carbohydrate. I had no idea. Knowledge about ketosis and how it works. Knowledge about insulin resistance and how that works, and how I probably had that and I didn't even know. All of these things that I have learned have opened the door for me to continuing success. Now, I can't guarantee some horrible tragedy won't happen to me and I will sink into a horrible depression and everything will go back to the way it was. But my plan is to stay keto forever. And that's what I'm trying to do. And building this channel is helping so much. Knowing that you guys are there and I'm helping you is huge. So thank you all for your support. Thank you, Melanie, for the question. I hope this answered it well for you, and I hope it gave you inspiration. Now, when it comes to exercise, I didn't do things any different. Basically, the only thing I did was stay on the plan that I had started in beginning and realized I didn't have to go back off. So the only difference is that I don't eat carbs. So that's how I gained it all back, and I don't intend to do it again. All right, we'll talk to you later. This was a really long talk. Sorry about that. I may not make any more tidbits because this one was so long, but story time with Tammi. There you go.
The only good thing about being horribly sick with the flu is getting to have so much cuddle time with this cutie pie.
Yeah.
I was giving him a massage with essential oils earlier, and he just kept saying, "Thank you, thank you."
Yeah.
Because all his muscles were hurting, huh?
Yeah, well, I got the medicine.
Yeah, and he don't like it.
Yeah, but Dad is gonna get dairy-free chocolate for that medicine.
Dairy-free chocolate to put that medicine in. We're going to try putting it in some Hershey's syrup. See if we can get some Tamiflu down this boy.
Yeah.
He did not like it this morning. It also made him have really bad like stomach pain. It's also giving me stomach pain, and it's making Dave's eyes turn real red. But we're taking it anyway, just because we don't want to risk anything bad happening to this cutie pie or us. So we've never had the flu, not that I recall anyway. So this is a whole new world of not fun. And for someone like me who never gets sick, this kind of sucks. And frankly, I'm not as sick.
To the store.
I am not as sick as this dude, and I'm definitely not as sick as Dave. But he's still taking care of us. He's still doing all of the daddy things and making us food and everything because he's awesome.
Yep.
You gonna be like Daddy when you grow up?
And drive a car. Or I'm a big dad.
When you're a big dad, huh?
But I can't touch the roof on the stairs.
Yeah?
I'm tall.
Yeah.
But I'm a big boy.
You are.
Not a baby.
True.
Yeah, I have panties.
He has panties. He's not a girl either. You're a boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that red
All right. Well, I just wanted to check in with you guys. I think we're about done with all my Tammy's tidbits. And it looks like we're going to be spending the whole rest of the week in bed without going to dance or anything. So I won't have anything interesting to show you. I missed clogging last night. Missed ballet today. I hate being in bed just stuck here with no one to talk to. But so far so good. Staying keto. I haven't let the sickness waylay me, though I have really, really wanted to just have a high-fat munchies day and just munch on pork rinds and nuts all day. But be proud, because I have not done that. So I think this is going to be the end of this video. So I just wanted to say thank you for watching. And keep ketoing on. Talk to you again soon.